Hey everyone, Colin once again, and welcome back to another trailer reaction. Doing another trailer that just came out, just giving my thoughts on it. Um, which is another live adaptation of a classic Disney film, following the success of Maleficent and Cinderella. Now the April 15th, 2016, coming out is the live action adaptation of The Jungle Book. And which of course I have here is the classic 1967 film, which one day I will review, but just to show, the Jungle Book, Of course, there's been a couple of, if I remember, there was a different, there was already a Walt Disney live adaptation that was back in it was in the early 90s, I forget, was it like 1990 or 92, or it was in the early 90s. That came out of the Jungle Book. The one that Stephen Sommers, the director of Deep Rising and The Mummy, he directed that film, and it starred Jason Scott Lee as Mowgli, and other cast members like Sam Neill, John Cleese, Cary Elwes, Jason Fleming, Lena Headey, which that film got got some positive praise, so. And I like that adaptation, and which that's a film I have to get, because although I used to have it in the old VHS though, but a long time ago it was got rid of, so I had to get the DVD of it, But I remember watching that a couple times growing up, enjoying it, And but getting to the live action adaptation of this film, following the successes of Maleficent and Cinderella, which they're going to do more of these following this, because for it started because Maleficent was a big hit, made 748 million worldwide. Then they did Cinderella, which was also a hit, made over 542 million worldwide, And now they're coming out with this film. Then next year, they're gonna release of Beauty and the Beast, and there are gonna do other ones like live action of Dumbo, which is gonna be directed by Tim Burton. Then also ones of Pinocchio, Mulan, and Winnie the Pooh, So it started like another different stream of live action of, well, stream of films, that follows success, And they came out with the first teaser trailer with it, And visually, like the way the jungle looks, looks alright, It shows Mowgli running through the jungles, in the trees, and also with animals, Which, of course, I think from what I've seen, most of them were CGI animals, Or if they use real animals, I could be wrong because it's hard to tell with these ones, It's hard to see if they use real animals, and I'm pretty sure most of them are CG, But regardless of that, I'm not gonna get into that though. But just looking as I see it, Then you hear Kaa's voice, which is voiced by Scarlett Johansson, the giant python, Forget what was it, what most was said, but when they fully show Kaa talking to Mowgli, it's like, trust in me, And then you see there was a fight with Bagheera and Shere Khan, Shere Khan swipes Bagheera, and also shows more animals in the Monkey Kingdom, which I assume because you see King Louie, which is this big freaking orangutan. Looks like kind of reminded me of the one from what was it, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which I didn't like that film, but this big orangutan kind of looked like that one, That's King Louie, who was voiced by Christopher Walken, kind of looked like King Kong because Mowgli's running away, and when he jumps out, of giant King Louie's arm pops out, kind of like a orangutan King Kong, But and then the trailer ends, with kind of looks like the different version of this, Mowgli riding on top of Baloo riding down the river, singing, well, whistling, but I can't whistle, but can. So, um, but with giving my thoughts out, I'll look forward to seeing, because I was looking forward to the same thing with with Maleficent and Cinderella, and with Maleficent, well, it was not my top 10 favorite films of 2014 though, but I didn't mind Maleficent, and then same thing with Cinderella, I didn't hate both of them, but I liked them, I never mind both of them. So with this, I will look forward to seeing this new different version of the Jungle Book, And one thing I could say is I liking the voice cast, has a good voice casting, Bill Murray voices Baloo, and Ben Kingsley as Bagheera, the Panther, if anyone knows. Idris Elba as Shere Khan, Scarlett Johansson as Kaa, and Christopher Walken as King Louis. So all those are is a pretty good voice cast, Of course, as also this film was directed by Jon Favreau, directed Iron Man 1 and 2, and among other films, So. And also, from reading it, looks like they're also have the song "The Bare Necessities," that Baloo sang in the film, Saying they think that Bill Murray's gonna sing, Which this song is also a classic song, fun to listen to, The bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strives. That's a classic song, Classic Walt Disney song, So yeah, I will look forward to seeing the Jungle Book, see how this different version goes, Well, of course, my brother, he won't see it, because because he told me he didn't like these, he's not liking these adaptations, because he didn't like Maleficent and he didn't like Cinderella, But and he says, well, of course, the reasons why, because the reason he's not liking these the first Maleficent and Cinderella, and now he's already not liking this one, because they changed stuff, because mostly with the characters, Which I told him before, they're always nowadays they're making some changes to characters, You can't expect it to be exactly the same how it is, Like my brother, like him from Maleficent, he doesn't like the fact that pretty much they turned Maleficent into a good guy, and Cinderella, he didn't like the fact that it's not really called Cinderella, she's called Ella, because they just add the Cinder because the sisters are making fun of her for that, but really she's called Ella, not Cinderella. That's why he is not like that at all, and also here I gave my thoughts on this in the trailer for the Jungle Book. He doesn't like the fact that that Kaa is, because in the original film, Kaa the snake, is male, and here Kaa is female, is voiced by Scarlett Johansson, In the original Jungle Book, Kaa is male, and he's voiced by the original actor who voiced Winnie the Pooh, That's the reason. That's mainly the reason why, because they make changes to characters, I know that it doesn't really bother me, because they're always making changes to characters nowadays. They always do something different. And well, different doesn't always mean good though. But they're always making changes to characters, especially when they do some changes to comic book films now. So it's not always gonna be the same. But it doesn't bother me though. But as long as it's if the changes are good or not though, I don't know. But it didn't bother me after I saw how how Kaa was in the trailer, and how Scarlett Johansson voiced it, which it looks like the performance, and it looks like it'll be decent, But like I said before, like, she's like in the trailer, she's like talking to Mowgli, until the fully reveals of Kaa, just trust in me, like how when kind of hypnotizing him, because that's how it was, the original, because that's what Ka did. He like hypnotized, looking in the eyes. His eyes would change colors, like as if he's hypnotizing somebody, I think that's what Ka was trying to do in the trailer, talking to Mowgli, But the Jungle Book 2016, I look forward to seeing, see how this different take on this version will go, Never minded the previous two ones, Maleficent and Cinderella, So I'll look see how this version how this version goes, Maybe that's my thoughts on given the trailer of the Jungle Book 2016. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned on the next movie review or another trailer reaction, or anything else, So thanks for watching, and see you later.